Hello and welcome to Turn 1 Sol Ring. It's finally October, and that means we're going to be looking at some scary commanders. So for the first one this month, we'll be going to the Plane of Innistrad and checking out the Gitrog Monster.
Looking at the Gitrog Monster himself, it's very clear what kind of deck he needs to run. A lands shenanigans deck. He's very similar to Lord Windgrace in this way, except that Gitrog isn't a Jundi boy. Both are good card draw engines, yet Gitrog is repeatable every turn and allows us to play an additional land. We want to use this ability of playing additional lands, getting card draw, and then doing fun things with that. Looking at creatures, naturally we want to pick ones that care about lands. One creature that comes to mind is Titania, Protector of Argoth. Because we have to sacrifice lands to the monster, Titania allows us to turn that into our advantage, making 5/3s every time we have Gitrog out. Another creature that follows this idea is Turntimber Sower, which gives us a 0/1 plant token. It's not as impressive as a 5/3, but it's still something. He also helps with land recursion. Speaking of land recursion, Ramunap Excavator is a snaky boy that simply just wants to help us recur our land, and his buddy, World Shaper, also wants to help us with this. Both are good options for recursion. However, a card that doesn't care where our lands are is Multani, Yavimaya's avatar. He can get quite strong with all of the land we'll have out, and he recurs himself, which is really good. A card that can help us pump up Multani is Wayward Swordtooth, who is a cheap creature and gives us an additional land to play each turn. So with him, Gitrog, and our one land we're allowed to play by the rules, we'll be pumping 3 lands onto the field every turn. Moving on to enchantments, the Mending of Dominaria is great for us because it accomplishes 3 things: recursion for our creatures, recursion for our lands, and potential card draw off of Gitrog. Burgeoning gives us an additional land to play, and for 1 mana is something we should try to get into our opening hand each time. Zendikar's Royal is something we should consider as part of a go-wide strategy. It is similar to some cards that we've already seen. Aid from the Cow is awesome because Gitrog triggers it and we'll either get an additional land on the field, or free cast some awesome permanent, or some nice scry. Briefly looking at artifacts, there's 2 that I really like. Crucible of Worlds, which is going to be great for us, giving us an additional source of recursion, and Elixir of Immortality, which makes sure that we don't accidentally mill ourselves to Gitrog. A planeswalker to consider is Nissa, Vital Force. Her +1 gives us a good ability to spring on people, her -3 gives us decent recursion ability, her ultimate gives us a card draw engine if Gitrog has seen a bit too much removal come his way. Moving on to non-permanent, Splendid Reclamation is another great source of land recursion for us in this deck. Worm Harvest is going to give us some card draw off of Gitrog and help with that go-wide strategy that we've seen from some cards previously. Crop Rotation gives us card draw off of Gitrog and gives us some land hunting, which is great. And Traverse the Ulvenwald is a great card to have as a creature and land tutor. Now, a great combo to think about with this deck is one that lets us draw a lot of cards. With Gitrog on the field and a creature that makes us discard, let's use Wild Mongrel in this situation. We discard Dakmor Salvage. We would normally use Gitrog's ability to draw cards, but we'll replace it with Dakmor Salvage's Dredge ability. So we mill 2 to Dakmor and get it back to hand. If we milled any lands to Dakmor, we draw cards off of Gitrog. We can go infinite here and draw our entire deck if we so felt like it. What do you do next? That's up for you to decide.
Thanks for watching the video. Did you think I left any cards out? Well, leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and subscribe down below if you want to help support the channel, and make sure to hit that bell so you know when the next Turn 1 Sol Ring video is uploaded. And as always, everyone, have a great one.